Righty then, morning after the night before, Manchester United have beaten Bodø Glimt at home. Here is 5 things that we learn in the game. First one then is Rasmus Hojlund. One of the better games that we've seen from him in a Manchester United shirt. Scored a brace. First goal was absolutely brilliant and genuine highlight sort of finish. He probably deserved the hat-trick because, let's be honest, if Garnacho hasn't rushed in, he probably manages to get something on the first one and get us off to a start within the first 50 seconds. He's actually shown that he's capable of scoring goals when he gets the service. And the final goal being one where he's required a little bit of movement across the front post. Someone's put the ball into the correct area, which is something that does not happen on a consistent basis for United. Is that perhaps why the gaffer's in love with Mason Mount? Showed us that he can deliver. Now, can he be a 25, 26 goal a season striker? Well, based on that 90 minutes last night, yeah, I think he probably can. We have to build on that and we have to continue putting the ball into the right areas for him. But that was class. I was really happy with his performance. If he can find his feet, find his confidence under this new manager, we might have got the goals from him that we need. We still need 40, 50 goals chipping in from the rest of the team somewhere, but we might be able to go, okay, we don't have to worry about that. We'll worry about the others. Listen, lads, the holidays are around the corner. That means 2 things. Endless family gatherings and that one uncle asking why you're still not married or got a bird. And you can't control your love life for the most part, but you can control how sharp you look when you tell him to go sling it. Enter Manscaped. It's the latest game changer and they've got the Chairman Pro electric foil shaver. And it's like the Ferrari shaves. It is sleek, it is powerful, and it's guaranteed to make your face smoother than the excuses you gave for not giving a +1. Now, go to manscaped.com right now. Use the code Howson. You're going to get 25% off and free shipping. And seriously, if you're still using a rusty trimmer from the Stone Age, I'm judging you. And I'm judging you harshly. There's no need for that. In 2024, nearly in 2025, you can't be shaving your cock and balls with anything other than Manscaped. It's just not right. I'm disappointed in you more than anything. Here's why you need the Chairman Pro in your life. It's got 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. Both of them are going to keep your irritation lower than the tolerance for the political arguments that are bound to ensue this Christmas. The Flex Adjust technology is like having a personal face masseuse. Now, it hugs every single contour of your jaw and your neck, and it's going to make sure that there are no rogue hair surviving. Even that sneaky one that grows just a bit weird under the Adam's apple. It's gone. All of that is gone. It's waterproof. You can use it in the shower so your missus doesn't complain about getting hair all over the place. It's got a 75-minute battery life. If you need longer than 75 minutes to do your shit, I suggest you go down to the zoo like the rest of the chimps and you don't bother with Manscaped, okay? But if you can do it in less than 75 minutes like the rest of the human population, then I suggest you go and get yourself a Manscaped, okay? And did I mention it's got an LED spotlight? Have you ever tried shaving in the dark? That's really weird. But you can do it because you've got an LED spotlight. Hey, listen, they're having a Black Friday sale at Manscaped. Instead of 20% off, it's now 25% off and free shipping with the code Howson at manscaped.com. That's 25% off and free shipping with the code Howson at manscaped.com. Number 2, let's send Bayern another 15 because I'm almost bored of hearing myself talk about how good Mazraoui is. The guy doesn't put a foot wrong, and this is one of the importance of decision-making in football. When someone's got it, it's such a joy to watch them just doing the right thing. His footwork for the cross for Hojlund was the sort of shit that you see at Power League. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was unlucky not to get a second assist with the miss that Marcus pulled. He puts in man-of-the-match performances week in, week out with no effort whatsoever, just no effort whatsoever. He had 114 passes, following up from the 100 and something that he had at the weekend. He's ridiculous. Just send Bayern Munich more money as a thank you. That's all we need to do. Just send them more money and go, nice one. Appreciate you. Number 3, Ugarte. So he has strung together a handful of really, really solid performances. And last night I thought was brilliant. He's shown real intelligence in his positioning on and off the ball. Maybe that's his experience playing under Amorim really coming to the fore. He knows his role. He knows his job. And that's going to help some of the others around him that, if you look at the way we conceded them 2 goals, I don't think the rest of the defence knew their jobs because I felt Mazraoui pressing for the first, Martinez pressing for the second. Yes, Malacia was culpable a little bit as well. But I thought because of the way we pressed out of the back line a little bit excitedly, we got overloaded at the back. Now, having someone in the team that actually knows his role, actually knows his job is massive. He gets an assist. Let's look at his numbers, because his numbers are a joke. 100% successful take-ons, 92% pass accuracy, 78 touches, 4 passes into the final third, 4 tackles attempted, 4 tackles won, 3 interceptions, 2 clearances, 1 assist, and a partridge in a pear tree. He was just everywhere, and he was pressing at the right times. He was really putting Bodø Glimt under a lot of pressure. It was just a really, really, really solid performance from him. Bravo. It is literally a case of who plays alongside him, because his position in the team is not in doubt in the slightest. He's playing. It's the rest of you figure it out who's going to play alongside him, because he's just put himself as that midfield spot. Antony. Bit of a missed opportunity for Antony, and I've seen quite a mixed reaction to the review. I thought it was poor, to be honest with you, and it was absolutely an opportunity missed for him. He looks devoid of confidence. He just doesn't look like he's on the same wavelength as the rest of the team. It definitely feels like his time at United is going to be running out. He couldn't affect the game in a positive way in any sense. Took off at the 60th minute, and you have to wonder where the next opportunity is going to come from. It's certainly only going to be with injuries or some suspensions or something like that. He's not, I don't think, capable of forcing his way back into this team. I mean, let me know if you agree or disagree. That, you're allowed to, but in my opinion, that's where we're at with him. And then finally, whisper it, I think Manchester United are exciting again. Now, we're not perfect, and you wouldn't expect us to be after a week or so. But you can already see that United are starting to become exciting again. We flooded forward. Obviously, we had 70-odd percent possession, 72% possession. There was intent to our play. The commentary team said it in the match last night. Have United got 2 goals in them? And I'm sitting there watching that going, if anything, we lack goals. But there was intent to what we were doing. There was an attempt at repeated patterns. There was a style. There was differences. I mean, I spoke to Joe about this last night on the review I did on the fan channel. Do I see anything? I mean, and I said, yeah, people are going to start saying they're seeing different things just because there's a different formation. But I was seeing the first action of winning the ball was a back pass. I saw it most noticeably with Bruno, because when you see Bruno getting on the ball in a transition, his first thought usually is to smash it into one of the channels, let one of the wingers get after it. Whereas last night, he wasn't doing that. He was winning the ball and he was making a safe pass to Ugarte or to one of the defenders, and more often the defenders. And I was like, is that because Bruno's now playing in this deeper role, or is that something that's totally changed? Either way, it was different. So when people talk about style of play, that's the differences that I'm starting to see. I think our playing out shape is vastly different. Robbie Savage noted in the commentary yesterday as well, and I hope that we've got a second thing to do, because teams will latch onto this and start gambling on what we're about to do. But we play forward into Matthijs de Ligt, and he just hits it on a one touch. Can't press people on one touch, but you can almost dummy going towards them and start pressing their obvious pass. Now, if de Ligt's alert to this, and I'm sure Amorim's encountered this before, it's not going to be new to him. What you might need to see de Ligt start doing is actually turning on the ball and driving himself if they're not going to press him. If they're anticipating him receiving the ball and bouncing it, sometimes called a wall pass, sometimes called a bounce pass, basically playing on one touch. It's very, very difficult to press a player playing on one touch. If people are starting anticipating that and then leaving him, he just needs to turn and drive out. And I think he's capable of doing that. But I thought that was interesting. So, it looks like United are starting to show signs, small signs of what Amorim's looking for. It is going to take time. It is going to require better personnel. We really need to figure out who's going to play that left side wing-back position. It looks now almost certainty that Luke Shaw is now a centre-half. I mean, at one point last night, we was playing Luke Shaw and Casemiro as centre-halves in a back four. That's mental, by the way. And what's also mental is we didn't concede during that either. There's a lot of work to do, for sure. A hell of a lot of work to do. But I actually think that I feel more confident after last night. Now, does that mean that we're going to finish top 4? We still need them goals in a team. Whether that's Rasmus is able to deliver or not, we still need 30 or 40 more goals spread out across the team. There's still problems, but I like that last night, man. Just not being boring, because this season has been a boring season. So that's better. I enjoyed it. I did it. I enjoyed it. And I'm actually looking forward to Sunday now. See you in a bit. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.